Fellow Southern Cameroonians, good afternoon and good morning. Just yesterday, I been there for a town hall meeting with the try for brainstorm on which way it take place for Hudson University for America Day in regard to the Southern Cameroon's question or quest. And the position where I will put them now with some individuals within the American system that they take them. Where it be, if it talks, it be plausible. But I mean, they express one fear. And which would be that fear? The fear of sabotage. Because Southern Cameroonians, they get an attitude of sabotage where if something happen, it not happen not through me. Make me a sabotage because it not happen not through my initiative. I've been strong for advice. Say for these spoilers and saboteurs, where they therefore were missed. Make them no go contact any American citizen will be there for that meeting for ask questions. So if you get any question for ask, call your brother. Ask and say that meeting will be go for this show. Will I be discussed the suit for day? Me and brother tell you what will be discussing. No go call an American citizen for action, because if you go call an American citizen for action, you will get a contrary view for which will be agreeing for day. And once you express that contrary view with ye, the Western man they so if he engages on things where each say or the two engage, they all would not be in agreement to it. But if you see a contrary view, they come, it drop them straight, it go ye, come back for them. As if I would be a prophet of doom. But I don't be proven right. So which way I've been talking with the exactitude of a Jewish prophet. And let me know, see, when I be condemned, which I be strong for condemn. So my brother them be there for their own side. Sako Ikome Samuel with the gang. They will not flood the whole social media space with their anti-messages as concerned which will take place on Hudson University for America. Which is Sako Ikome Samuel and Yigang, they put them out. Oh, they're not talking to Southern Cameroon go for day, but they don't choose for pick out one Southern Cameroon for blackmail them from morning to evening at their nightmare, Chris Arno. Chris Arno, na Republic agent, where he don't connive with America and Thibault Nash. So make La Republic organize referendum for Southern Cameroons. And so make Southern Cameroon not listen for Chris Arno because in a La Republic agent with run bribe, they will start the bribe now 3 years ago, and so on and so forth. I don't talk about several of Southern Cameroonians. If you hate your brother, if you and your brother get problem, maybe we not end that problem within the sphere of what's that problem there. Not become Lucifer yourself for the blackmail your brother because say you and your brother will get problem. It means that you don't outstep your own bounds for blackmail. And I don't get some one video where it confirm the fact. Say all along, Sako don't constitute a gang of blackmailers for this struggle that they call as a Blue Army. Now today I do understand say so, but when people talk say Blue Army, they associate me with Blue Army. I mean, always ask what is Blue Army? I never understand which way the Blue Army. But today I don't understand which way it be Blue Army. Say Sako it be put in place the Blue Army, and the job where Sako it be designed again with the Blue Army now for sabotage anything way you know be in favor of Sako. Now for sabotage in the Southern Cameroonian where you know they work in line with Sako. That is why everything for this group of people, it must the revolt around Sako. If you know the revolt around Sako, then no matter how best or good that thing is sabotage it. Southern Cameroonians must know what Sako is doing in this struggle. Sako, I don't say I'm Sako. I see some write-up elsewhere. Instead of write-up, Sako they talk say he not be president of Southern Cameroon again. I say call say ambassador, but he be president for Ambassador Foundation. Miss Southern Cameroon, you listen. I don't see some certain write-up where Sako they talk say he not be president of Southern Cameroon again, but he be president for Ambassador Foundation. I don't know how Sakofi differentiate these two things. Ambassador Foundation, it will be formed for handle the finances of Southern Cameroons. Then Sako was the interim president of Southern Cameroons and president of the Southern Cameroons. Sako has been impeached and removed. He now hangs on Ambassador Foundation. That is no longer the president of Southern Cameroon, but he's the president of Ambassador Foundation. Ambassador Foundation is the property of the entire Southern Cameroonian people, not only in the United States of America, not only in Europe, not only in Asia, but including those that are in ground zero. So, Sako, for the simple fact that Ambassador Foundation, an NGO that be raised for America, don't give you, not mean I say, now you. Once you are outvoted or impeached as the president of Southern Cameroon, you no longer have any right over any property of the Southern Cameroonian people, which Ambassador Foundation is part and parcel. But let me go back to this issue of a referendum. Southern Cameroonians should be aware of the saboteurs that are in this struggle. If you hear something coming from Nelson Ochemba, 3 years ago, I started to see the way this guy move on with things. I called you from behind. I said, Nelson Ochemba, the way you handle issues, you are no longer struggling to fix them, but you are destroying. So I advise you say, stop with what you are doing. I talk for you like 1, 2, 3 times. Say, stop with what you are doing, for you are no longer useful for this struggle. You are but a destructive element in this struggle. But because Nelson Ochemba, if they do everything they do in favor of Sako be get for leave Nelson Ochemba, so they do. I call Sako for inside successive meetings. I say, please tell Nelson Ochemba for stop what you do. When they do everything they do, I say they do in favor of you. And if you be unable for stay, say make it stop what they do, it therefore means say now you the same Nelson Ochemba say make it blackmail and tarnish the image of other Southern Cameroonians. Sako not ever called Nelson Ochemba to order. That is how I come up with the name Bad News Nelson Ochemba. That Nelson Ochemba is bad news for the people of the Southern Cameroons, and he is gonna bring down, if much care is not taken, Nelson Ochemba was going to bring down the Southern Cameroon struggle. Over 99% of the people within the ranks and file of the IGD never wanted to listen to what I was saying. They blackmailed me they blackmailed me during that period and gave me all sorts of names. I promise them one thing, that one day all of you will realize what I'm saying, which happened exactly as I said. Everybody now is crying both of Nelson Ochemba and Sako. But have they stopped? The answer is no. They are doubling down on what they were doing 3 years ago. They are not doubling down what they were doing 3-4 years ago for the good of the Southern Cameroons and the Southern Cameroons revolution, but they are doubling down just to destroy the entire struggle. Are Southern Cameroonians going to allow this bunch to destroy the struggle? That's $1 million question, which I'm asking all of you. As individuals and as a community, we're going to know what is good for us and what is bad for us, and go out to call this bunch of destructive elements out and shame them for what they are doing. I have heard Sako and Nelson Ochemba and their gang saying a referendum will not be good for the people of the Southern Cameroons. If the international community or American family boils down like they did to the people of South Sudan, that the only way they can come into her is to force La Republique to accept a referendum organized in the Southern Cameroons. That referendum will not be organized by La Republique, and it will not be supervised by La Republique. And before that referendum will take place in Southern Cameroons, La Republique must have withdrawn via the supervision of the international community all her administrators in the Southern Cameroons, all her soldiers in the Southern Cameroons, all her citizens in the Southern Cameroons. And it will not be La Republique issued ID cards to Southern Cameroonians that will be used to be for registration toward the forthcoming referendum. It will not be. The international community is going to come in with a mechanism of registering Southern Cameroonians toward that exercise, not depending on La Republique issued slave badge to the people of Southern Cameroons to use it as a legal document or an official document to register yourself for that referendum. And it will not be something that people will be registered haphazardly. Registration will come via our traditional setup in the Southern Cameroons. Our people must be able to identify who lives in which community in the Southern Cameroons, where he comes from. It will not be a free-for-all registration that La Republican citizens that are living in the Southern Cameroons, because by then they must have even been withdrawn. They will also be registered to vote in that referendum. It is not gonna work in that manner. For Southern Cameroonians who have gotten married to La Republican citizens, if you are a woman that you are married to a La Republican citizen, when this guy will live into La Republic, you are his wife. You will follow him. If you don't follow him, you stay in the southern Cameroons. Even if you stay there because he is your husband, he chooses to stay with you, which we don't accept, he will not be eligible to vote. You will be the only person to vote, and your children will not even have the right to vote. But your children, in the typical African setup, your children as a woman belong to your husband. So your children are citizens of La Republic Cameroon and not citizens of Southern Cameroon. If it's a man, a Southern Cameroonian, that got married to a La Republican woman, that woman will not have the right to vote. But his husband, yes. But his children will not vote. Because we do not know who influences the most here. His children will not vote. But you, as a Southern Cameroonian, you will vote. So the issue of voting for a referendum in the Southern Cameroon is not a free-for-all voting. It will be purely for Southern Cameroonians and not La Republican citizens. And La Republic will not be the organizers of this referendum. But this referendum will organize, supervise by the people, by the international community, in consultation with the people of the Southern Cameroons, who will choose and know who has the right to vote, who is a Southern Cameroonian and who is not a Southern Cameroonian. So it is not La Republique that is going to decide whether there is going to be a referendum in the Southern Cameroons or not. It will not be La Republique that will supervise a referendum in the Southern Cameroons or not. It will be the international community and not La Republique. When it comes to that point, no administrative authority of La Republic Cameroon, no occupational authority of La Republic Cameroon will be stationed in Southern Cameroon. All of them will be withdrawn to the borders, back into their country. And the question of that referendum will be two. The question of federation will not even be there. The question will be, will the people of the Southern Cameroons want to have independent for themselves, or they want to live with La Republic Cameroon? The third option, the second option of whether in a federation with La Republic will not be there. It will be, do you people want to have independence from La Republic Cameroon, from La Republic Cameroon? That is the only two questions we're going to accept. There is no question of whether you federate with La Republic Cameroon. That question will not appear. If the international committee will boil down so that they will organize a referendum in the Southern Cameroons, it will be one question that will be on that table. The question of independence, leave La Republique, full stop. So, naysayers and the destructive elements coming from Sarko's gang and camp, they should get this into their thick skulls. They shouldn't tell they have the monopoly and all the knowledge on earth to talk to Southern Cameroonians or all of us. If we are not called doctors, it doesn't mean we are not intelligent as well. Sama Thomas.